moment? Like, are you really feeling like these changes that are happening at the moment? Like, I'm finding a lot of people are really aware of the shifts that's going on, the changes in energy that's happening at the moment. Like for me, I really needed some downtime, so I took a little bit of time away from my work and just really focused on connecting to nature, really being embodied at the moment. That is so important. When energies are high, it's very easy to go into planning, into our minds, kind of thinking of lots of ideas and inspiration, when actually, like, we really need to be grounded and connected right now, and really connect to the earth and the energy, to really step into this new way of being at the moment. And I'm going to do a card reading in a little while, just to help us really come into like the bigger picture, because at the moment this is really a time of like thinking about the bigger picture of what do you really want, you know, what is the most important thing to you, like really breaking it down and really thinking about like the world that you want to live in right now. How does that look like? Is it a green planet? You know, like I was really sad the other day, close to where I live in Plymouth, like all these trees had been cut down, like hundreds of trees, without permission from the council, who wanted to go ahead with this project. And actually the outcome was going to be a no, but they went in very quickly and just cut down all the trees. And it's devastating, like how we put like short term like wants and gains over like what we really need, what is really important to us, and like the bigger picture. And I really feel like we're being asked at the moment to really consider that bigger picture in life, like what sort of world you want your children to grow up in, like how does that look? What is the most important to you? Like, don't get distracted by like these like shiny objects, you know. What is it? What are the key things? Like, just write down, like now if you can, just the 5 key things that are the most important to you. You know, is it family? Is it being close to nature? Like, what are the things that really make you happy? You know, what really lights you up and gives you that spark in the world, and kind of has you at your best, you know, where you're you know, in love with yourself, in love with life, you're at that like highest frequency and vibration. You know, what is it that does that for you? Do you know? Like, have you given yourself the time to really come into that like feeling, and, you know, really paying attention to when you lose that, and when you're really in it, you know, like what makes you feel, you know, incredible? And is it the shiny objects, or is it something much more simpler? So I really invite you to feel into that, and just feeling into what that vision and purpose is. Like, we all came here for a reason. You know, we were all, you know, we've all come to this like beautiful planet for a reason. Like, what was your reason? Hi everybody who's joined us today. Thank you for being here. I love your presence, and that's my gift to you as well, is presence, and just a reminder to really come into that loving of life, loving of yourself, like loving of nature. That's really like my mission, like in the work that I do. Like, I'm a shamanic healer, and I support women, particularly women who have experienced trauma. I'm a trauma specialist, and I work with womb healing as well. And I really support women who had this natural, and I think this is actually all women, but a lot of women don't realize this, is that we have this really natural innate connection to nature and this real understanding of nature, of earth, of psychic channeling abilities, many different medicine gifts that we have. And we have become really disconnected from that, not just in our now lifetime, but also like over generations, like for at least 4,000 years, we've been slowly taken away from like our connection to nature. And for me, like I believe this quantum shift time is a real time to come back to our gifts, to our knowing, to our soul's purpose, our aliveness. And that is to do with our like connection to earth, connection to nature, and just coming back to who we are really and what we want really, you know, just really grounding that and feeling it coming out of here and down into here, and really connecting to our hearts, to our womb, actually being able to feel, you know, that aliveness and that connection to everything, feel that real grounding and safety, you know, in yourself. Like, you know, how many of you feel like that? You know, I never used to feel like that. I feel like that now, but that wasn't always something that I felt. I didn't feel safe in the world. I felt very disconnected from like my power places in nature. Like that was one of the areas that I felt like the least safe. Whereas now, you know, I've reclaimed that connection. And that's possible for you as well. And now is the real time. So we're going through this big shift. So you may be feeling this as in like quite high intensities, and then these real lows, you know, where you feel like you can't do anything. You just feel really wiped out, this like need to sleep, to not do anything. And like I, you know, myself, like I just took a couple of weeks to really listen to this. And I think like what can be really hard and really off-putting for people is when in your mind you have this idea of I should be doing this, I need to be doing this, I need to show up this way, and then you're fighting against like what your body is telling you that you need to do. And if you take that dialogue out and you just come back to listening, come back to connection with yourself, come back to nature, you can actually shift through these lows a lot quicker, and not get too caught up in the highs as well, because that can really take us out of balance and out of center. And to really support you with this, I'm going to be offering a free ceremony in my Facebook group on Monday for Equinox. So if you want to know more about that and want to join, just to come back into harmony and balance, I invite you just to send me a message or just put like an emoji in the comments, and I'll contact you and send you an invite for this ceremony, for this event. But for today, I just really wanted to offer you a reading, just to help look at the bigger picture, so that we can kind of step out of the mind and just come into that higher calling, that higher vision of what's like really important during this quantum leap time that is happening right now astrologically. There are some really big shifts where we can actually take this leap into like our highest destiny. We can really quantum leap into that, but it's really important first that we get really clear on like what is most important. So I'm just going to do a reading for that for everybody, and I hope you get some value from this as well. So just really connecting. I invite you to blow on the cards as well, and we're just going to look at this like this higher calling, you know, what is being asked of us at this time. Okay, that's really interesting. So what has come up is, if you can see it, let me try and put it to both places at the same time, the smoky mirror. So this is really interesting, and it was what I have been feeling at the moment, and what I discussed at the beginning of this live stream is that we can get a bit stuck on the things that don't matter, like what's not important, like the cloud that is hiding like our highest self, our highest vision, our highest destiny, like our Buddha awakened nature that we all have, you know, our love, our hearts, our connection. And it's there, like even in the picture, you can see it, you know, like you can see like your Buddha self, you in your highest light. And this card is really like calling you to just clear like the clouds, like the shiny objects, the distractions, the minds, thoughts that are not you, so that you can really see yourself in your truest and highest. So just allowing you just to take some time to really ground that in. And I just invite you, like I said at the beginning, just to write down like what is really important to you, and just really listen to your heart, really slow down, take away all those mind thoughts and the things that you may think that it is. And yeah, I just really invite you to let all that wash away and just come back to what is most true for you. Okay, and I hope to see you on Monday for this equinox ceremony. So hope to see you all then, and just drop me a line or put an emoji in if you would like a link to that. Okay, lots of love.